Okay, we are on air to do our, is this our third one? It's our third one, isn't it? Yeah. Synchronous team experience online. And this is the creative problem solving synchronous online team experience. So we have Claire and Olivia and Rachel. I'm looking at the instructions. So, okay. Team visual project acquisition and presentation preparation. Greet each other as team members and make sure everyone is ready.
Yep.
Is everybody ready to proceed?
Yep.
Okay. Let me just check. Okay, so I will start reading the assignment. For effective team problem solving to occur, it is essential for team members to utilize creativity and critical thinking skills. This unique exercise is designed to provide opportunity for each team member to positively contribute to and engage in a synergistic team problem-solving exercise that challenges them in a creative and critical thinking way. Hopefully, each team will be surprised by the way they were able to successfully work together as a team to solve the problem presented them and make an effective oral presentation, given the serendipitous nature of the experience and the limited time allotment. Now, in the first step, each team member is to locate and secure 2 small random items from their individual surroundings, such as coffee cup, pen, pencil, marker, piece of paper, rubber band, stapler, flash drive, that will be used as visual aids in their team presentation. Team members will share with each other the items chosen. No duplication of items is allowed. And with all of the items in full view of team members, you are to work together as a team to complete the following. Create an effective 2-minute oral presentation that describes at least 3 common problem-solving issues, scenarios facing healthcare professional teams. You are to do so with these guidelines. All chosen items must be utilized as visual aids in the presentation. All members must have an active role in the overall presentation, and everyone must have fun. Okay, so everyone needs to grab 2 random items, and we can't have any duplicates, so we'll have to come back with something else if we come with the same things.
Alright, stop.
I got a couple things over here actually that might be helpful.
Don't know if mine are gonna be helpful, but let's try.
Dibs on a tiara.
What are some options?
I have a stethoscope. That should be helpful.
I should have got mine.
I don't have one.
You will someday.
I have an engraved one.
Awesome. I have a stethoscope.
Okay, I have a flash drive and then a pen.
Okay, and I have a notepad.
Written in front of me.
I have a tiara and this thing.
Oh, a clip.
Yeah, I mean, I can use my dog as another one.
Grabbed a clip, so good thing I didn't.
Okay.
So we have stethoscope and paper. Olivia has a pen, and what did you say?
I got my tiara.
Oh, flash drive.
Yep.
And Claire has a tiara and a clip. So we all have 2 items, and we all have different items. So we've met that requirement. Claire's creativity is showing with her tiara coming out.
I'm in my bedroom, and it was just sitting there.
Okay, let me see.
What was your clip? Is that what you had, Claire?
Yeah.
I don't know what type of clip it is.
It's a clip to hold a big group of papers together.
Binder clips is what they're called.
Binder clip. There you go.
I have the container sitting in front of me.
Okay, the next step, it says, okay, so we need to use these visual aids. Sorry, I have to go back and look at,
This is where we create the 2-minute presentation that describes 3 common problem-solving issues facing healthcare professional teams.
okay.
And there's some guidelines.
Where did you see the guidelines? Oh, with the, those that I just read.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3, why can't I find that? I know I just read it. 3 healthcare issues.
Yep, it's right above the numbers.
Oh, at least 3 common problem-solving issues and scenarios facing healthcare professional teams. So what are some common problem-solving issues or scenarios?
I mean, just like from any team, maybe not just like healthcare, but like having everyone like get along and working, like having each person work, because it's like facing the healthcare professional teams. So you could do that.
So say that again. I'm going to write this down.
So like, if team members like aren't getting along, or if like not everyone's working together, or
team cooperation.
Yeah.
And people doing their share of work.
Yeah.
Communication, obviously.
Yep.
That's a common issue.
Yeah, miscommunication along with that.
Yeah, communication or lack of. What could be a third one? Very common problem solving. So communication, team cooperation.
Maybe like clash of personalities.
Would that fall under cooperation?
Yeah, I think you can.
Or would it be a separate one?
I feel like it depends on how you look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it could go in there, but then like you guys might think it doesn't, or like vice versa.
Just like good problem solving skills in general.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. I'm trying to think of something. Okay. Maybe we go the other route and think of, because it says facing healthcare professional teams. So what about something, a common scenario related, and maybe this isn't as easy for you guys since you haven't been nurses yet, but, or in healthcare, but I'm just thinking of patient care issues, you know, what are common things that the healthcare team has to address with patients.
I feel like you could do like with that, like if there's like a whole like team of doctors, like which doctor needed to be like treat the patient first.
Yeah, so, like, coordinating the care.
Mm-hmm.
Care coordination.
Or you could say, yeah, like authority and like how the team works together. Or you could say teamwork even.
Care coordination, teamwork for patient. Okay.
Working together, the lack of communication, and then like the quality of care, basically. All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, how that care coordination and teamwork increases the quality of their care.
I'm just making sure I write it all down so I don't forget when I do my reflection.
Yes, I know, that's what I'm doing too. Okay, so now we have to think of how we're going to utilize these visual aids to address these problems. Like,
For
I'm not really sure. I mean, can we?
Claire, I don't know how your TR is gonna play. I mean, maybe if the patient wanted to wear it, I guess you could do it that way.
Or you need to, yeah,
But
yeah, make them feel like a queen for a day or something.
Right. I guess, I mean, for the flash drive, you could say like if each, for like the quality of care and like which doctor would be first, like if they each did like a presentation type thing and like have it on a flash drive or something like that, maybe.
Mhm.
And then like your pen and paper could go together. Um,
Um,
mm,
so yeah, obviously a pen and paper can be used
mhm. And
to,
like they'd use a clip with that too, because like if there's like a whole stack of papers and you need to like keep them together,
Mhm.
you use that clip.
You can use the pen and paper to document responsibilities.
Mhm. Anything.
Sounds like both my dogs are fighting right now.
Um,
What? How can these visual aids assist with the communication? I'm not sure how my stethoscope's going to fall in here either until we get to the.
Well, if all the healthcare providers are fighting and talking at the same time, the tiara could go on one person's head at a time.
Oh, that's a great idea. That's very
Whoever's
great.
wearing the tiara gets to speak.
right,
No one else.
when they like pass something around.
Yes, like the talking ball, or what we used to play in like middle school.
Mhm.
You don't get to speak unless the tiara's on your head.
That's awesome.
We could do that.
I love that.
It's like I don't think there's anything else the tiara can do besides make the patient feel pretty.
Yeah. Well, then like obviously the stethoscope would go with the care quality. I don't know what else you could put that.
Yeah,
Or like the
yeah, I
lead
know. I'll have to
healthcare.
think about that for a little bit.
The stethoscope could also go with the lead health care technician or
Mhm.
supervisor.
Right.
Say they are the lead person.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know, what could be used like for them like working together more.
For the team cooperation.
Yeah. The pen and paper, like dividing their responsibilities.
Yep, document the responsibilities.
Maybe the flash drive could be passed around and they all would have to share the document and then add
Yeah,
to like compile.
yeah, like whether or not, because you could, I mean, we don't have it as an option, but like if they are like typing the documents, you could use a flash drive with that.
And they would have to like compile a file with all of their findings together if they were doing like a case study or something
Mm-hmm.
on a specific patient or a group of patients.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what kind of Olivia referenced at first, is that each provider or, person involved in the plan of care for a patient, can do their presentation, and it can be added to the flash drive and all filed together.
I mean, now it's just so high tech in the hospitals that right. Now we have to deal with that.
Right. Okay, stethoscope. What are we going to use that for? I thought that would come in so handy.
You could kind of treat that like the TR too.
Yeah.
Like whoever's holding the stethoscope could talk.
Yeah.
You could do it that way. Be creative with it. Yeah, I don't really know how else that would play in to like the problems that we have, unless we have added another problem solving issue.
Well, when you're coordinating care for the patient, obviously the stethoscope can be used to gather information about the patient, and
that could be added to the file on the flash drive.
Yeah, that the stethoscope can help capture their physical findings so that you can prioritize the needs of the patient.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it'll be used to get findings, which will be written on the paper, which someone will transfer to something technology-wise, which will be put on the flash drive.
Yep.
There we go.
There you go. Because, you're not going to have your computer necessarily with you in the patient room. So you take the notes on your findings and then load them into the flash drive.
There we go. It's all connected.
Yeah. See, we're coming together.
Is there anything else that we'd use any of them for, or do we got it pretty well covered?
So we talked about, we have the clip there. So we talked about the clip, the binder clip.
Yeah.
Holding all the documents together, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Holding paper documents together.
Yeah, because you could do it that way, like if you like write all your notes out, then you can clip them together and still use it, like put them on the flash drive so you have them on like 2 different places.
Mm-hmm.
You can use it that way.
Is there anything else we could use the binder clip for?
Maybe clipping the papers of like that has everyone's responsibilities. I don't know. I feel like I don't know what else we could use this for. Except for
I'm trying to think of I'm trying to be creative and think of non-conventional uses.
Yep.
But our issues that we picked are pretty broad.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something that you just can fix with a clip.
Right.
But, I guess we don't have to think of, using each item in multiple ways, as long as we cover all the issues.
Mm-hmm.
So do we want to kind of map this out? Because we have to put this into a 2-minute presentation. 2 minutes goes by pretty fast. And do each of us want to take one of the 3 topics? And
I was thinking too. Since we have 3 and there's 3 of us, I feel like that'd be the easiest way to divide it.
Yes. Although, do we need to talk about the items that we have, because we have to use them as visual aids when we're talking, or what do you think?
That might be wise.
Or I mean, we can just Vanna White it and be like,
yeah, because it'll be hard to
like they're each used really in each section, kind of.
Yeah.
So I mean, we could either do our own items or just divide it.
I think we should just divide it. I mean, I'm just throwing out a suggestion. If we divide the issues and, each do 30 to 45 seconds talk on the issue and what 2 items or what items would help address that issue.
Right. And if we since it has to be 2 minutes, like someone can time it.
Yeah. Well, I think it said no more than 2 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say there's a clock in front of me, but there's no seconds hand. So
yeah. Well, I have my phone here. I can put.
Yeah,
isn't there a clock on everyone's laptop?
Yeah, but I can show the seconds.
Oh. It's okay. We'll be good.
Well,
yeah, I can. Well, we want to do. They say to do a practice run, so I can time it on my timer on my phone while we do a practice run. So does anyone care which topics? Team cooperation.
No. But I mean, I can do the working together.
Okay.
So that one we said using the pen
and paper.
paper.
Or notepad, yeah.
Yep. And then the flash drive too.
Yep.
Putting them on there.
And the clip binder.
Is that it? Because the TR would go with the communication, not with the working together.
Correct.
I can do the communication.
Okay.
And so for that one, we said the TRE.
Yes, we said. What else did we say for communication besides the tiara?
We said the stethoscope with the same kind of relation with the tiara, doing it that way.
Well, we could
Yeah.
also say pen and paper because we could write notes to other staff members,
Yeah.
another team.
Yep.
The last category.
Yeah, the last category is care coordination, teamwork for the patient, and I can take that. And we talked about using the stethoscope to gather clinical information about the patient, using a pen and notepad to make notes about the patient condition and what needs to be brought back to the team.
Mm-hmm.
And
then the clip and really the flash drive kind of with that too.
Yeah, it all kind of went with that. And then as a fun thing, I guess, to make the patient feel good if they need it, they get to wear the tiara.
If they're having a bad day.
If they're having a bad day.
You want to feel pretty, especially if it's a kid.
Yep, that's exactly right. So why don't we each take a couple minutes to make our own notes, and then we can run through it, and then we can do the real thing. I guess it's all recorded, even our run through, but.
Sorry, my dog's trying to eat the clip right now.
Oh, well, we need that for our visual.
Hey, you gotta wait.
And when we time it, I'll time each of you speaking. Each of us speaking, so we know how long each of us is speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Are we calling them like artifacts or like
what, the props?
Yeah.
He calls it visual aids.
Okay, visual aids. There we go. Gonna use my phone as my speech thing. Want the clip? Here, you hold on to that for me. Don't swallow it.
For the working together one, we really just said dividing responsibilities, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Dividing responsibilities and making sure people are doing their responsibilities. So basically having them documented too.
Okay. I think I have my notes pretty good written out. So
Me too.
I'll use them.
Okay. Me too.
I'm good whenever.
All right. Why don't we just start for the practice part? Olivia, you can go first, and then Claire, and then I'll go, and I'll just time. You say what you're going to say, and I'll time you and see how long it takes.
Okay.
And if you go above 45 seconds, I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
All right. Let me get my stopwatch up here. So, because part of this project is, doing this effectively under 2 minutes. So, okay. Olivia, you ready?
Yep.
Okay, go.
Okay, so our first problem solving issue is how each team member works together and how they each need to do their share of the work. So with our visual aids, we have a pen and a notepad. And then
Notepad.
with those, you would write down each team member's responsibility. And then we have a binder clip that would hold the papers together. And then we also have our flash drive that we would document each person's responsibility on, and then we would have a big folder for all the doctors.
45 seconds.
Ugh.
You got to talk faster. Were you about done? Was
Yeah.
the last thing you were going to say?
Yep.
Okay, so it's probably okay. And Claire, don't forget to hold up the binder when she talks about binder. We're supposed to use our visual aids.
Oh, the binder clip.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Let me just reset this. Okay, Claire, are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, go.
For our second problem-solving issue, we have communication in healthcare, and we chose the tiara because it can be used if there's ever constant communication or overstepping between the healthcare team. The tiara can be placed on one person's head, and that person wearing the tiara can be the one who speaks. The other visual aid can be the pen and notepad or the pen and paper, because then the care team can leave messages for each other, and that way constant communication is always an option, and the patient can get all the right care needed.
Good. That was 38 seconds.
Crushed it.
All right, see if I can do mine. Okay, our third issue is care coordination and teamwork when multiple people are involved in trying to provide the highest quality care to the patient. The first thing we have is a stethoscope that will gather important physical findings about the patient's condition, and a pen and notepad to document those findings while you're at the patient's bedside and making the assessment. And then all of that information can be added to the flash drive and collated for all involved in the care to see the information and make a plan going forward. And as a fun thing to make the patient feel better, possibly use the tiara if they're having a bad day to make them feel special. That's 45 seconds.
Yeah, I timed that whole thing and it was at 2:12, but mine was really long.
Okay.
So I'll have to shorten it
A little faster.
And I can go faster too if I can save you guys some time. I can talk fast.
I just couldn't figure out what I wanted to say.
Yeah. Well, and that's why we do the practice run.
Right.
Okay, do we want to do another practice run, or you guys think you're ready?
I think we're good.
Well, I don't care.
Good, Olivia?
Hopefully I'm good. I'll try not to go over. I'll time it too. That way I can see.
All right. You tell me when you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, go.
Our first problem-solving issue is how each team member works together and doing their share. So we have a pen and notepad to record the team members' responsibilities. And then you would use a binder clip to hold all the papers together. And then that information would go on the flash drive that would have a big folder for each doctor to put their information on.
Our second problem-solving issue in healthcare is communication, and we chose a tiara for our visual aid because if there is ever constant communication or overstepping between the care team, the tiara can be worn, and then only one person can talk at the time. And then the pen and paper can also be used because then the care team can leave messages for each other and the patient can get the right care needed.
Okay. And our third issue in healthcare is care coordination and teamwork to provide high-quality individual patient care. We have a stethoscope to gather the important physical findings at the bedside in assessing the patient, and use a pen and notepad at the bedside to jot down the notes to capture that information while it's fresh. And then add that information about the important physical characteristics, conditions of the patient to the flash drive, and collate the information for all the care providers to see so that they can work together to make a high quality care plan for the patient. And on a fun note, if the patient's having a bad day, we can also use the tiara to make them feel better. Good. All right. Did we lose Claire?
I think so.
Oh no.
Yeah, because she's not at the bottom of my screen anymore.
She's not on the bottom of mine either, so hopefully she'll come back on. I'll send her a quick message and then we'll
Keep going.
Keep it going. All right. There, I think she's coming back.
Oh,
there you are.
I was like, I don't know what just happened.
There you are.
Yeah, it said I just lost like everything.
Oh
And it said
no.
my like Wi-Fi, it just, I don't know, I think we're getting a storm maybe?
There was one earlier.
Huh. So what happens when I live in Madrid?
Oh yeah. Well, we got the end of the presentation. We didn't get to hold up the tiara at the very end.
No, I was so ready. I was like, I'm ready. The tiara.
Otherwise, we got it in and got it under 2 minutes. So
good. It's not even supposed to rain. I don't get it.
I know, but it wasn't supposed to rain earlier today, and then you got that big storm.
I know. Yeah, it was storming really bad here, but I don't know.
Okay. Well, now it says we're supposed to do a debriefing. So it says spend some time discussing your individual reactions and experience. What thoughts and feelings were stimulated by the experience, and how well did each of you respond creatively and in a critical thinking way to the team activity challenge? In what ways did you sense positive or negative synergy as a group? And how were your team's confidence, problem solving, and presentation skills developed in and through this experience?
Well, I think it was fun. It was
fun.
different. It was different.
For sure.
I was actually a little worried because I thought, how are we going to use these random visual aids?
Especially my tiara.
Yeah, to come to a conclusion on addressing a healthcare problem issue. Our problems were pretty broad that we identified, but you know, I think we did have some non-conventional uses for the visual aids, obviously, such as using the tiara to identify the speaker. So that showed some creativity. What do you guys think?
I mean, I definitely, I don't even know. Tested, I guess, would be the word. My creative. I'm not as creative as Claire is. She has a more creative mind than I do.
When you work at a daycare for 5 years, you get creative.
That's true. That's true. You're probably forced to be. I think working, and my impression and working as the group, is that we recognize each other's strengths and, you know, try and promote those and utilize those for the good of the group and the good of the project.
Right, and that definitely affects like how confident we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think by now we're kind of confident in each other since we know each other pretty well. Like, I mean, you guys probably guessed I was going to find something funny as one of my, as one of my artifacts. Hey, I was surprised I found a binder clip, though. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was either that or a Marilyn Monroe jewelry stand. So I'm glad I found a binder clip. Otherwise, it would have been really difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, I think our problem solving skills like increase as a whole, and so did like the presentation. You could tell a difference just from our run through compared to our actual presentation.
Yeah. Well, and we started out with the brainstorming, and then we kind of narrowed the focus a little bit to, how does this visual aid affect this problem, or what are the options there? Kind of going from a more general thoughts to more precise thoughts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
But talking about this would be something, I guess to me, it kind of shows how it would be hard for me to do this type of thing as an individual, but being able to do it in a group and, play off each other's thoughts and ideas makes it more successful.
Yeah, that definitely helped.
I feel like this would have been a lot harder if it would have been like our first group activity. Like imagine doing this instead of like the desert thing as like our first group thing.
Yeah.
Meeting for the first time and having no idea.
Right.
Yeah. It definitely helps now knowing what our personal characteristics are and how they contribute to the group.
I agree with that.
Let's see, anything else? In what ways did you sense positive or negative synergy? I definitely felt positive synergy.
I don't think we're ever really negative.
No, I don't feel any negativity either. Even when, even when it's challenging at first, like putting it together.
Bounce ideas off each other and never like.
Yeah, and then how were your team's confidence, problem solving, and presentation skills developed in and through this experience? Well, just like you said, Olivia, bouncing problems off bouncing ideas off each other, playing off each other's ideas, gaining confidence in our own ideas, and just practicing, doing the practice runs and getting the presentation the way we wanted it and within the allotted time.
Right. Because, I mean, I know my confidence would not have been very good if I had to do that by myself.
Right.
Yeah, and like talk to the screen, just be like, well.
Yeah.
Like, well, when we first started looking at it, I was thinking like we each had to do a 2-minute presentation, and I got a little worried.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do here.
2 minutes is a long time when you're talking by yourself, but it's short when you divide it between the
two. It's like speed talking.
Right. But that's also, we had to work together to figure that out to get it done in the allotted time. And that was one of the kind of challenges given to us.
We kind of like brought in together like one of the working together and like dividing the share of the work.
Good point. Yep.
Talked about because we each had to take on the same amount of ideas, I guess, kind of.
Yep.
Yeah, because we split it really even.
Good point.
Right.
I think that reflects on the positive synergy that we have as a group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess like for the confidence, like how like we aren't afraid, like I mean, I think it just kind of worked out like which order like going in. Like normally I don't like to go first, but
and I didn't even think about that. And you jumped right in there and did it.
Yeah, and normally I don't do that.
Huh?
I normally don't do that. I normally don't volunteer to go first.
Yeah, because I was gonna volunteer to go first, and then you did, and I was like, go. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's like just like personal, maybe not as like a whole team, but
I usually go first to get it out of the way.
Yeah, that's true. But no, that's a good point, Olivia, that, working through these projects together has given you confidence in,
Yeah.
to stepping up and doing that. That's awesome. Okay. Let's see. Anything else?
I don't think so.
Covered most of it.
I think our last step is just the paper.
We do the reflection paper, and we do those each individually. But if you just want to look at the questions and make sure that we all feel like we have information to answer those the way we want to answer them,
Mm-hmm.
what you think and feel in, through, and as a result of the experience. And we kind of talked about that. What ways you were positively impacted. How effective do you think your individual and team input and throughput processes were? Do you think you were effective contributor? Yeah. And as a result, what did you learn about the dynamics? And yeah, I think we kind of covered all of that and
Yeah.
said so.
I agree.
All right. Let's see. I don't know. That probably wasn't quite an hour because it's just after 9 now, but there's only 3 of us instead of 4 of us, like what was expected when these assignments were initially made. So with 4 people, it would have obviously taken longer. So
that would have been hard to get under 2 minutes with 4 of you.
yeah.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
Literally
30 seconds.
Or we may have had to do it differently, like just have one speaker or something. And
Yeah.
I don't
Or
know.
it's all
Right. We've
fun ideas that for each topic instead of dividing it.
right. Okay. Well, I will get this recording sent in for this week's assignment, and then I'll send the information about our group presentation and see if that's acceptable to him. And if not, then I'll reach back out to you guys and set up another time to meet.
Mm-hmm.
Sound good?
Share the link with us again.
Yes, I will share the link with you. I'll email it to you.
That helped with my reflection paper the last time.
Okay.
Yeah, I always like to watch it when I'm writing it.
Right.
Good idea. Especially
because then if you
when we're talking about it, it helps.
Sure.
Half the time I don't even know what I'm saying. So
I will definitely send that to you guys as well.
Yeah.
Okay, well, have a good weekend, and I'll let you know when I hear back with him about our group project.
Yeah.
Okay. See you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye. Have a good 4th of July.
Yeah, you too.
Bye.
Bye.